What's your opinion on the assassination of the last Mauryan empire by Pushyamitra Shunga? Did Pushyamitra Shunga really persecute Buddhists? So the last Mauryan emperor, his name was Brihadrata Maurya, and his commander-in-chief, his senapati, was this gentleman called Pushyamitra Shunga. And during a military parade, Pushyamitra Shunga assassinated Brihadrata Maurya and took over the leadership of the empire. So I believe Pushyamitra Shunga's justification for this was that the emperor was not carrying out his duties. He was running the empire into the ground. The empire was in trouble. You had Greek invaders who typically were ruling in Gandhar because of the uh, consequences of the Seleucid Empire being in that region. So there was a pact, there was a formal treaty alliance between the Maurya Empire and the Seleucid Empire. And after the dissolution of the Seleucid Empire, um, the governors that they had left behind in the western part of Gandhar, they became kings in their own right. And eventually they became more powerful. And when the Maurya Empire declined, the Greeks started making inroads further eastwards into India itself, from the outskirts of Gandhar all the way into India itself. And Pushyamitra Shunga said that the last Maurya Empire was not doing his job in safeguarding the country. So he assassinated Brihadrata Maurya and became the emperor of India. But Pushyamitra Shunga never called himself emperor. He always called himself Senapati, even when he was ruling the country. And he did fight a significantly long war with the Indo-Greeks and defeated them. So good job, sir. Good job. So that's how it goes. Did Pushyamitra Shunga really persecute Buddhists? Well, if you look at Buddhist texts, they say that he was bad and he persecuted both the dharma and all that. But if you look at it from an independent perspective, neutral perspective, most likely it's because Pushyamitra Shunga was no longer giving all the free benefits and all that the Buddhists were getting from Brihadrata Maurya. Pushyamitra did not persecute Buddhists, but he just stopped giving them freebies and special treatment, preferential treatment. Then you have texts written by Sri Lanka, by the king of Lanka at the time, whose name I forget, in which it's very clear that Buddhist monasteries and stupas and all that were flourishing just as well in India during the time when Pushyamitra was the emperor. And you even had embassies from Suvarnabhumi, which is Thailand, the Southeast Asia region, who had come to India with donations to create Buddhist stupas, and they were allowed to do that by Pushyamitra Shunga. So these allegations that Pushyamitra Shunga was a Brahminical tyrant and oppressor of Buddhists, it's a lie.